miscarriage of justice. Ref was on tape. There's nothing worse than a ref on the tape. Nothing. There's nothing worse than losing, than not being invited to be a guest on the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is Big Mike.
What's up, guys? That liner line, we've had him on a few times now, and it's sad.
Kind of old one. But Tommy should be joining us soon. If you go to any wrestling show within the local area, you know sometimes he's late. Sometimes
unless he's running the camera or announcing, he's usually late.
Yeah. Well, today is going to be a loaded show. There's a lot to talk about. There's two big events happening locally between Hybrid Experience, RCW's Rumble Royale. Internationally, there's AEW's Grand Slam Australia. There's NXT Vengeance Day. But sticking with what is local right now, we have a huge lineup of interviews going on right now, about to start and bringing them in. There's a lot of people. Not one, not two, seven, right? That's how many we got? Seven
up
people.
To 7 now.
So we got a camera set up at Hybrid School of Wrestling, and Tommy just joined.
Oh, right on time.
Just on time for one of Tommy's best friends in the whole wide world. Ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking things off with Diego Renee.
And he leaves.
You made him disappear.
He's late and he leaves.
I hate
and he's got that stupid sword.
It's a keyblade. It's a keyblade, you uncultured swine.
Whatever. I know exactly what it is. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
No.
Sword, you loser.
Let me put this here. There we go.
All right.
You called it a sword, you loser.
Well, let's get started.
Yeah.
This weekend, you have two shows going on. Saturday the 15th, your home at Hybrid.
First off, I don't know how to tell how many people are watching this. Is anybody watching this?
There's at least 6 people and a bunch of people in the chat.
I just want to make sure I'm not talking to nobody. Continue.
Okay. You've got a one-on-one match with Calibus. Saturday, home at Hybrid. Calibus had a very impressive 2024 around town. What's your thoughts on that match coming up on Saturday?
Against Calibus?
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a great match. I think his skills are pretty good. I've actually wrestled him before, and I had a good time. The guy is talented. I still don't trust him, mainly because of the mask. I don't feel like he works out as hard as I do. I don't feel like he trains as much as I do. And to be quite frank, I don't think he's as good as I am. But I do think he has tricks up his sleeves. Very athletic. But if I could call it now, I'm pretty sure Saturday is going to be another victory for the Marauder.
There you go. And then Sunday, RCW Rumble Royale. You're in the Rumble. Chance to get a title shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
what was that?
Sorry.
What was that?
Nothing.
What did you say with your replica?
Nothing.
What did you say?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
That's what I thought you said. Nothing. We're talking about me right now, Tommy. This isn't about you. And Sunday,
Didn't say anything.
I'm winning the Rumble. That's the plan. That's
While Tommy's dealing with his allergies or whatever, we do have to ask.
Okay.
Because you've had a lot of success as a member of the Texas Streets.
Right.
What happens when y'all are in the ring, if y'all are there near the end?
Look, I would be an idiot to not have prepared for that question. Every time that something like this happens, you guys and everybody else wants to talk about how the Texas Streets are going to fight, how we're going to hate each other, how we're not going to be friends. We've been friends this entire time. We've been dominating RCW and everywhere else that we go. So, as long as one of us wins, we all win.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
That's fair. Yeah, just
And to be clear, I doubt that my best friends would get in the way of me getting another title shot. Tommy, how long did I hold that international title?
How many times did you cheat to keep it?
Winning is winning, Tommy. How long did I have it? Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy.
Anthony Andrews
Tommy.
still had it longer than you.
Anybody watching, if you got a question for Diego Renee or anyone else that pops up, please. Yeah,
Don't
just
ask
feel
it.
free to
No,
type it
asking
out.
is totally worth it.
Well,
I'm the greatest international champion of all time. I'm the
Ooh.
best cruiserweight in Texas.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your name being Anthony Andrews.
Wow.
Is that the best cruiserweight in Texas? Is that what you're saying?
Tall Can
International
listening
champion.
does have a way as a thought. Friends don't last
That's what he
forever.
said. Friends don't last forever.
Yeah.
That's a very sad thing to say. I
Yeah.
feel like if you're throwing a jab at me, you just it did this number and popped you right back in the mouth. Tall Can hasn't asked me for anything. They're not my friend, and apparently they don't have friends. That's crazy that you would even say that. My friends would never do that to me.
And they do
John
have
Juan has
some
always had my back.
different hybrid wrestlers coming on their seasons. That's odd.
Yeah. Any notes you might have taken from watching WWE's Royal Rumble that took place a couple weeks ago? Something that you would think you could integrate into your game with this Rumble Royale coming up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. How about don't be an idiot and don't lose. Don't go over the top, maybe. Don't jump off into anything, maybe. How about win? That's my plan.
Yeah.
You think you can
Those
make
are
it
the notes.
like Shelton Benjamin, Kofi Kingston style? Like, if you get across to the railing or something like
It's crazy, but this is why I call you guys idiots, right? Because you say stuff like that. You're like, hey, are you trying to win the Rumble? And I'm like, absolutely. And you're like, well, why don't you climb to the top turnbuckle?
No, I'm just
Why
saying
would
if
I
you
do
happen
that?
to
If that's
get
how you
thrown out.
lose,
That's not what he just said.
why would I do that?
Hey, you got to prepare for any scenario, Maybe you get triple teamed and they throw you out. How do you just make the save, That kind
I'm
of
not even going to joke around on this one. I'm going to full on Jack Sparrow this. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to lay down and I'm going to hug that bottom rope. I'm going to hug it for 45 minutes. And then at the last second, me and my best friends are going to toss him over, whoever it is that's left. And then we're going to play rock, paper, scissors for whoever gets the final.
Nice.
That to me sounds entertaining. That sounds fun.
That might answer this last question. We do have one legitimate question for you.
Okay.
From Steady. Diego, how many eliminations will you have before you win the Rumble?
Ooh.
I only need one, right? So I'll say two, because I'm going to hang on to that bottom rope until there's one guy left that isn't my friend, and then we're going to take him out, play rock, paper, scissors, and hopefully, oh, wait, that makes 3. 4? It could be up to 4 if it's the Texas Treats. But again, it's all in the name of friendship. It's all in the name of love.
That's
so
right.
really only one bad guy.
Yeah. So before we go, JC, should he always pick rock, scissors? What's the play there at the end?
Ooh, that's good. That's gonna be interesting because these guys are a team. They know each other very well. That's a definite mind game. Rock, paper, scissors. You have to read.
Yeah, we've known them since I had hair, so that's been a
while.
What's happening? What?
I'm trying to figure out.
The Treats, your
what do you
teammate.
start with? Do you start rock, paper, or scissors? What's your first move going to be like?
What would I throw first?
Yeah. That's tough because you know these guys very well.
Mind-blowing to me that you guys can run a podcast, that you guys can set up equipment and stream to the world and record it and add all these cool. Oh, by the way, the coolest thing about your podcast is that intro song. I was jamming that thing until you turned it off. That's a good song. The rest of it is not great. Maybe change your backgrounds. The backgrounds are not great either. But what blows my mind is that I told you we were going to play rock, paper, scissors to see who wins, right? Mm-hmm. And you want me to give away what I'm going to do?
Hey, you can always say one thing but go a completely different direction.
Oh, but why would I cheat my friends?
Hey, every man for himself when you get to the end, right?
That's a pirate's life for me, isn't it?
Oh my God.
Well, Diego, we appreciate you and your time. We do have other people who are apparently not going to win the Rumble. Or at least not the men's. We do have a couple women coming in here.
I plan on winning that one too, but go on.
Oh, okay. Well, it doubles his odds. That is smart.
No, you legitimately cannot
He's gonna R-truth it. He's gonna R-truth it. That's basically what's gonna do. So, that could happen.
I'm making
R-Truth didn't win the
But he
Royal
entered.
Rumble either.
Okay. Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
What were you
All right.
going to say?
I was just going to say thank you for your time. We've got a few more people coming in. We have the the fourth and fifth place winners of the Rumble for the men's, and then a couple of women. So
All
if
right.
you'd like to
Well, I just
pass
want
the
to say
mic
on my
on.
way out, I did not have fun. I did not like this. This was not entertaining for me. I hope that the people liked it. Tommy sucks, and you two suck. But I would definitely like to be back on this podcast. So reach out to me, and maybe I'll get back to it. Does that sound good?
We'll
Sounds
do
Thank you
that.
guys. Oh, and another thing, I'm the best.
No, I didn't want to hear that.
Please,
Oh, it didn't
for
look
the
like he
love
brushed
of
his
God,
teeth. Oh,
correct.
Oh my
Jesus!
gosh.
Oh, God!
The first round
Someone.
pick, Diego Rene. Oh, and real quick, I know I'm supposed to be passing this thing because I'm the master of
We
ceremony
you
tonight,
said
but
7,
one thing
not
got
8.
me. You want to play paper, rock, scissors real quick? Let's do it.
JC, you got this.
1,
Oh.
2, 3, shoot. You got it? 1,
Ready?
2, 3, shoot. You got it?
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Rocket ship. I win. Well,
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, this
Welcome,
I'm gonna get a
Celine.
migraine.
Thank you for joining us.
Right here.
Yes, it's me, Celine.
Yes, it is.
You prefer
Someone check on
Celine,
Tall
Celine
Cam, I think he
Hysteria,
passed
just
out.
Hysteria? What is like I guess a preference there on that one?
I guess we'll just go Hysteria, classic athlete, just last name it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. One namer.
Put
We
that on
got
the
it.
back of the jersey. Got it for sure.
There
So
you go.
let's see here. I'm trying to find my notes here.
We're starting on Saturday at Hybrid.
Hybrid, you're part of a 6-person tag match with the Texas Streets going up against Texas Kingdom with Ridley Thorne. I know I'm interested. Like these mixed tag matches are always interesting. Do they set up the rules where if a woman gets tagged in, the other woman has to come in, or is it just anything goes when it comes to that?
I would like to think anything goes.
Ah, nice.
I mean, I'm sure you'll have no problem slamming Stash or
Of course. Do you see?
yeah.
I know y'all see my gem picks.
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can take on Stud Stash.
I think so too. And
I wish I had your confidence in life. I would go.
Well-
It's all being a star, Tommy. When you're a star and you know it, you have all the confidence.
so, given recent shows, are you a treat? Are you friends of the treat? Are you a treat associate? How is that working out?
Treat and training.
We're,
Treat associate.
messing around with the idea. I am partnering with the best in Texas, and I don't mind that whatsoever. I mean, wouldn't I look great in a treat t-shirt? Just think about it. Just,
Choices were made. We weren't sure for a while. It seems like that not. Now, if you got to stop commenting so often, it's we have a limit.
Yeah. So
No, that's cool.
I mean that would put you on the same team as Calientita. So
Oh dear
Right?
Lord.
makes sense. See, it makes sense.
Okay. Now, obviously, on the other side of that is your former best friend turned worst enemy, apparently, Ridley Thorne.
Sorry, who? Who? I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh well, there's 3 people on the other team, right? You got Stash, you've got Rob Love, the King, and then the Sensational Savage, Ridley Thorne.
Oh, we're talking about Kool-Aid Man. I got
Wow.
you. Okay. Yes. He will be present. Yes.
Okay. So that is the match we have at Hybrid.
Yo.
We'll move to Sunday. You've got a chance with 20. Well, I guess 19 other
Well,
women.
not a chance. I'm gonna.
sorry, excuse me.
So much like Diego, we just have the 2 winners right off the bat, is what I'm
course.
hearing. Okay.
Y'all started off with the main event. I didn't pick the order. Y'all did. So after this, it's just gonna go downhill. Honestly.
Not disagreeing, but technically Don Juan did. But
Yeah,
he's
the one setting
he's
it
a
up,
treat.
right,
So
for sure. Yeah.
So last year you were involved in the Rumble. Obviously, a lot has changed in a year.
Yes.
How you feeling about it? Obviously, you're confident you're going to win, but how many eliminations do you plan on having in this Rumble?
It doesn't matter how many people I eliminate as long as I'm the last one there.
That's fair.
I'll be eliminated the last other girl there, so it doesn't matter how many, right? As long as I get the one.
So what I'm hearing for the first couple of people is they don't need a lot of eliminations, just the last one.
Exactly. Work smarter, not harder. Hello.
There you go.
So are you going to keep the whole Diego Rene strategy of hang on to the bottom rope for 45 minutes and just wait till the end? Because that's what he says he's going to do. You know.
I mean, why will I be getting beat up by other girls when I could just hang around and let them handle that business?
And for what it's worth, you can always go under the bottom rope and you know.
I mean, yeah, I could chill outside. I could honestly
Right.
just go under the rope and chill with you guys.
Yeah, we'll
Let me
come
sit in the
sit, you know, come
crowd
hang
and
out
just
with
wait
us.
it out.
I already know. You already know you're not doing that.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right. I would never actually sit with you guys.
I think Talkan's got the row behind me. You can come chill with us. It's cool.
Well, if you
I'm
do
just
hang
chilling
out,
now.
if you do hang out in the crowd, you could always hang out with Angel because she did ask this question: does your pickle hair give you powers to win? Is what she asked.
Well, that was a little snarky. Yes,
Yeah.
I have all the power to win. In my hair, in my feet, in my soul, in my hands. I was just born a sparkle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I am made of glitter dust. All right. I am meant to be great, and I know it.
Is glitter dust part of the Brewhouse stuff? Is that like some
I have
black
so
magic?
many questions.
Yeah, I'm magical.
Sadie wants to know what wisdom have the Texas treats bestowed upon you ahead of this weekend.
What wisdom have they bestowed upon me? They are literally my coaches. All the wisdom is bestowed upon me. Hello, 20 plus years, the best in Texas.
David Teen too?
Listen, David Teen, I get along with all the treats well, but that one, we're working
seems
on
to
it.
be a common theme. I don't want to start anything, you know, far be it from me, but I've heard that from quite a few people. So as we kind of come to a close here, you got the two big matches coming up. And as we said, since last year, obviously a lot has changed for you. You know, what do you kind of see for yourself in 2025 going forward?
2025, I'm a star reborn and I'm shooting up.
There we go.
That's what you're going to see.
Tommy, we need to be professional, Tommy. You need to, you know.
Yeah, Tommy, I haven't been mean to you at all, so respect me, okay?
It was the Kool-Aid thing that threw me off, and I haven't said anything.
And
What did I be professional? What did I do?
Keep it that way.
And also, apparently, the pickle hair was her quoting Ridley. I guess said that about you. So I guess pickle hair, Kool-Aid man. That's is just the way y'all interact with each other.
I guess you can say we were a picadilly at one point, but it just didn't work out, you know?
I don't drink enough to be on this show.
Well, you don't drink.
Taste.
So
it's an acquired taste. So
I need to start. I need to start like today.
And although Diego kind of invited himself, at some point in the future, we would also love for you to come on the show for a more set interview where we're not rushed for time. So
I'll think about it. I'll see if I'm booked or not.
Okay. Well, we'll get with your people.
Busy, you know.
We'll have our people, Tommy, call your people.
Okay.
Yeah. And see if
we have people.
Yeah.
Oh, you just said me. Okay.
We pretend to be professional, but we're really not doing it. We don't know what we're doing. So.
I know I don't.
Well, Celine, thank you for your time. We do appreciate it. If you could pass it on to, I believe,
she will pass it on.
Okay.
To me because
okay.
Why is he still here?
Done. And I don't know who was talking to her about pickles, but stop being a pervert. Come on, man. These are their respected athletes. You're talking to her about pickles.
It was actually
Come on.
a girl.
But now,
why is
I'd like to introduce to you the best referee in the state of Texas. He is the sheriff.
Didn't y'all attack him once?
Jackson.
The light pole? Oh, there he is.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Vince?
Actually, this is the one time I agree with Don Juan about something. You're very good. You've risen to
yeah, just for that, okay? Just for that moment, okay?
Just for that moment. I will never agree with him again.
I'll deal with him as soon as I'm done with this interview.
I was a little
Okay.
shocked he gave you such a nice introduction because y'all's recent, I know y'all's recent past hasn't been that great.
Right, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So we got 2 big shows coming up this weekend, and someone's got to lay down the law and make sure many of these matches are run straight down the middle. And then Sunday, the Rumbles, it's you and a few others having to keep an eye all around that ring. So, what's your prep and what are you looking forward to this weekend?
Very well. Guess what? I'm gonna do what I always do my job, and make sure that both feet are hitting on the floor, as usual. And what I'm looking forward most is a good show. Get the crowd to go over, and let's say it's always the Rumbles is always the best thing about pro wrestling. You saw the Royal Rumble at first back in the days, and this is my favorite part about pro wrestling. Seeing people over the top rope, and you expect this person to win, you expect the other person to win, but you expect this somebody else will win, and there's a shocking moment. And as a ref, it's fun to see it right in front of my own eyes to see something like that. But if sometimes a fan doesn't want this person to win, and this guy's already eliminated, I have no choice but to eliminate him if his feet was touching on the floor. So that is the favorite part about what I love is the Rumble. It's like one of my top favorite things to do, and especially as a referee, it's a fun thing to do doing that part.
Yeah,
nice. You ever find yourself when you're in the middle of a match just kind of like watching what's going on and just like amazed at the work these athletes are putting in the ring?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've seen so many crazy things. I see so many things in front of my own eyes when I was covering matches in front of my own eyes. See big guys going at it, and most like if you see 2 big giant dudes just do some big let's say superplex, I could feel the ring just bouncing up. It's like a freaking trampoline. I did not feel like I'm jumping. I feel like I'm jumping myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a few times this past year, you did get jumped. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were you an entrant last year in the Rumble? I think you were, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
I don't think it ended very
number
well.
14.
14?
14.
There you go.
And I just got eliminated quickly by Boromir. And for some reason, I couldn't remember what happened the other day. I didn't remember I walked out back at the entrance after I got eliminated. So it's hard.
That's
it's hard.
probably not good.
Yes, it was. Hard times. Hard times.
Yeah. But this past year, you've been involved a lot. Like we kind of mentioned when you walked on, your relationship with the Treats kind of got severed.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess since you no longer called everything their way, that they got upset about that.
Yeah.
So where's the sheriff going now? Just continuing to uphold the law and make sure these things are run correctly?
Yes, sir. I'm doing what I always do. Look, I learned from the past. I made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It was really that I understand that what I did was wrong and broke the oath and broke the code. That's not the referee that usually do is a favoritism or anything like that, especially the Treats. So what I've learned is that sometimes when you take the risk and you take everything that is part of it, as wearing the straps, put it on in this ring, you had to do what's best for yourself and the best for your call as a referee. And to be honest with you, it never felt better to just doing my job, doing my thing, call right down the middle right now. So right now, like I said, learn my lesson. This won't happen again. Hopefully, I learned every valuable lesson as a referee to never play favoritism to do as a referee.
Yeah. And I got to give it to you because we used to boo the heck out of you. You used to get booed out of places, and then all of a sudden it just 180'd, and now you're getting cheers and people are behind you. So it seems like a good turn. James, we're gonna have to block you from the chat because you just keep saying positive Treats things.
Yeah, because James is going in, bro.
Working. I wanted to actually ask: have you gotten a chance to meet Alex Morosos, now a recent RCW Honors inductee? Almost a legendary ref in Texas, honestly. So
yes, there was in the past, like I met him like a few times, and I haven't seen him since then. Actually, I met him one of my first year as a referee. He gave me a great lesson. Honestly, this guy deserves to be in an RCW honor. He's a legend for a reason. He's been there for so many years, a decade, or you can correct me from there. And it's honor to learn from that guy. I love his personality. He's cool. He was cool with me. He never gave me some hard times or anything like that. He was so cool, give me good lessons to go this way or any other lesson that I learned from. I mean, it's great to learn from that guy. He deserved that. Like I said, that RCW honor, like every legend and anyone else. So I want to say if he's watching, I just want to say thank you for giving me all the lessons and make me sure to become a better ref that I wouldn't have imagined probably be good at. I mean, I will be good, but I didn't know I would be that much understandable and be good as a referee. So I want to thank him. For shout out to him.
Very cool.
Excellent.
I'm sure. If he's not watching, I'll be sure to pass the word on to him. So.
I was gonna say we can
Yeah,
send a message to him for sure.
Appreciate it.
Well, that's thanks. We look forward to seeing these matches and knowing that you and some of the other refs there are keeping them under control. We feel positive about that. So thank you for your time. We appreciate it, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I have a feeling Don Juan's about to take this phone back.
Get out of here, dude. You're done, brother. Chris Jackson really got lame. You get squashed by one Angel Camacho, and that seems to make you lose all your courage. But all right, I guess. Speaking of heart,
Angel Camacho?
What?
Have you seen Angel Camacho?
I've faced Angel Camacho, and I ain't afraid of nobody.
Is that why you're cross-eyed now? What?
Get back from the camera!
Speaking of heart, next we have El Corazón del Rio Grande. Mo. He's not going to come out until y'all chant it, though, so. Mo. All right, here he comes.
Mo.
And don't be picking on James.
Mo.
Okay.
Big suck.
Mo. Hey, finally someone who I really, really like on this show.
Look at that. Fancy.
Nice clean outfit for today. I told you to get dolled up for you.
You did. He did tell me I was going to get dolled up.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Animo, for joining us. This weekend, starting on Saturday, you've got a fatal 5-way match for a number 1 contender against Devin's Rising Star Championship. And in that one, you are going to be facing also Armani Sage, Rilo King, Jesse Funaki, and Vintage Danny Vintage. How you feeling about that one?
See, I have history with all 4 of those men. All around San Antonio and other areas of Texas. I've fought each and every one individually. So I know what it takes. This means a lot for me. I've been watching Devin with that Rising Star Championship, wondering how far am I going to claw to earn an opportunity to face him. This weekend, this is it. This is my opportunity. Porque con ánimo voy a gritar. Y con ánimo voy a ganar.
I like it.
Very nice. A lot of passion. I mean, let's face it, you're going to be in a couple matches this weekend where you're going to have to watch your back from all sides. Aside from the Fatal 5-Way, you're also in the men's Rumble. And I can't recall, were you in the one last year? I don't know if he was.
Yes, I was.
You were?
I wasn't even last year.
Yeah.
I didn't last long, but this time I've improved. It's been over a year. Over a year of growth for me. And while I've had a few stints at RCW, it's only been the beginning for me. Because as RCW continues to grow, so will I. Until everybody in that crowd for RCW starts chanting, Ni Mo.
Whoa.
I love it.
I love it. I'm very excited to see what you're going to do this weekend, man. Very excited. Can't wait.
Adam, I wanted to ask you this, and I've kind of wanted to ask you for a while with what you do. How much does carrying on the Lucha tradition, having the mask and being that, how much does it mean to you as you've grown in wrestling this past year?
I grew up with a love for wrestling. I watched it in the flea markets with my dad. I saw it on TV with my family. I idolized people like Rey Mysterio, like Eddie Guerrero. But then my grandmother showed me the greats. Santos, Mil Máscaras, Blue Demon. The way that they carried themselves once they put on that mask, that they were a whole different person, and it showed in their designs who they were. I couldn't help but be attached. I couldn't help but grow that same love, that same passion. That's why when I made this design myself, I knew it'd be the one I live with it. I'm going to live with this one. And I'm never going to change it because this design right here is Animal, the big heart, all the bright colors. Because to be living with Animal, you got to live with positivity. You got to see everything in a bright light. Because no matter how hard it gets, you just got to keep going.
I like that. Yeah.
Damn.
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 You're inspired now.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
That's the point of the name. Because it's more than a name. It's how you
Damn.
live.
Yeah. Con
Got me
ánimo
fired
con
up
ganas.
now. For real. Jeez.
Oh. So
Now,
yeah,
question for y'all, though. When are each of y'all gonna get a mask too?
Hey, let us know when
Y'all
they're.
want something like mine though? Like mine or each of your own?
I mean, it needs to get a little bit bigger, but for me, but
Yeah,
I got
I'm
you. I got
to be an
you.
extra
You send me your head size. I know a guy.
I'm a
Hey,
7. I'm a
hey.
7 and 5/8. So whenever you go to like a lucha night at a baseball game, they're never the right size. You know. So I mean,
they're never the right size for you. Come on, Jason.
It's not. So.
Yeah, Animo. So I mean, you've got a chance to get contenderships at 2 belts. So we're wishing you luck. We obviously support you.
Absolutely.
Not everyone who came on before you is on good terms with us, but you definitely are. So best of luck to you in the upcoming matches, and we'll be there chatting at both shows. So
Thank you very much. Thank you for the love and support.
of course,
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Animo.
Thank you.
Oh,
Of course.
Oh my
the
God.
good graces. Oh, so good. We have the next guy coming out. All right, let's save it. Let's save it.
Hey, Don Juan, come on.
Hey.
For Saturday. Hey, and real quick, let's not forget about the greatest exotico luchadora of all time, El Mamacito Andromeda. But that's for a later episode. Right now, I have to introduce to
We
you.
need to have that episode.
Hey,
Casey,
why
what was the one we saw
don't
in
you have a
Austin?
mask for every day of your life, Tommy? Please. Please. Do you like those New Orleans Saint fans that put a paper bag over your head? You doofus. Anyway, coming to the screen. Hey, James, how you doing? I hope they didn't block you. Keep chatting.
We were trying.
Well, he just admitted
Keep chatting, brother.
his ex-wife said he was never the right size. So
Right now.
Yeah.
By the way,
Introducing to
hey, Jordan in the
you.
chat.
Here we go.
Will y'all shut up?
Okay, we're listening. Go ahead. Sorry.
Introducing to you the man with the most charisma at Hybrid and almost as much charisma as me, but with his long career that's about to happen, he's going to exceed and excel anything I've ever done. He is pretty. He is badass. He is pretty badass. Armani. Say.
That was very nice of you. Thank you, Don. See, that's a great man, a great inspiration. That's Don Juan. And I'm gonna try something here because I don't know why these stupid idiots. Can you guys see me sideways? Look at me. Isn't that much more beautiful than this straight up and down? I don't know why they didn't think of that, but I'm pretty badass. I think of all the good camera angles. So you're welcome.
I can assume you only know all the ways to look at yourself in a mirror and in cameras. I think that fits. So.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, let's do what you got to do. Let's do this.
All right. Well, this coming weekend on Saturday at Heartbreakers 3, you are also a part of the Fatal 5-Way for the number 1 contenders to Devin's Rising Star Championship. You haven't been wrestling long either. You just started within this past year. And I will say, and I know Tommy agrees, really kind of had you coming out against Crowley a couple months ago at Hybrid. We honestly thought you were going to get your head kicked off, and you almost beat him. It was close.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, how you feeling about the Fatal 5-Way?
I mean, I already know what's going to happen. I've already said what's going to happen. The future hybrid rising star champion, Armani Sage. I'm not worried about the 4 other guys in that match. I already beat Animo at RCW. Vintage, his stupid remote, I don't care about it. I just break it. He can't do nothing to me. And then Jesse, last time he beat me, I didn't have time to prepare. This time I've had enough time. I've been in the ring. I've been training. He doesn't stand a chance. And Rilo, that's my boy. You know, he knows that I'm the best fit for the champion. So there's nothing to worry about. It's going to be smooth sailing. I'm going to walk in to Heartbreakers 3, and I'm going to walk out as the #1 contender for Devin Carter's hybrid Rising Star Championship.
All right. You've got the merch now. We've talked about it a few times with you at shows. I don't know if you know this, but JC has a picture just like that. I don't know.
Can we keep that locked up? Nobody wants to see that.
It's basically the Sean with the belt cover.
No, nobody wants to see that.
So if you want some like merch to go with yours, I'm just saying.
No, the little thing that I'd like to call a cease and desist, I will send that to you, JC. Okay. Please, nobody wants to see that. Keep that tucked away. Keep it locked up. Matter of fact, we'll go to the store. We'll get you a vault.
Look, it was a boudoir photo shoot. I did it for an anniversary one year. That's just what it was. But anyway, yeah. Beyond that, you're also taking part in the men's Rumble Royale at RCW. Believe this is your first battle royal, first setup of this, if I'm not mistaken, in your young career. So, what are you looking forward to most in this style of match?
Winning.
Okay, well,
what do you mean? Of course, the only thing that I ever look forward to is winning the match. I don't care about the 29 other guys that are going to be in there. They're irrelevant to me. It's about pretty badass Armani Sage. When I was a kid, I was sitting in RCW. I knew that this was my future. I knew that one day I'd be in the ring and I would be RCW champion. There's a lot of other cats that can't say that. You know why? Because they're not real wrestling fans. They didn't grow up with this. This is my life. This is all I've ever wanted. And that's why I'm going to walk in, win the Rumble, and then go on to RCW Mania, and whoever the champion is, I'm going to take it for them and be the youngest RCW champion in history.
Armani, saying that, I have to ask you something. Did you used to go to RCW shows when you were younger?
I wouldn't have said that if I didn't do it.
Okay, so do you remember hearing Tommy way back when? His very distinct voice?
Well, here's the thing. Tommy back then and Tommy now are the same person. Irrelevant. So I didn't give a damn about him. I never listened to him. He wasn't the attraction. The people in the ring were the attraction. So just like I'm the attraction at Hybrid at RCW and Tommy's just another fan in the crowd, that's all I have to say about that.
He does, yeah. I figured
showing off the RCW honors.
He does have an RCW honors induction.
That's a video award. That's a video award.
Video award. Wow.
That's because I spent how much money on RCW? How many tickets? How many years? I mean, hell, I'd get you a little cheap $30 award too.
Well, with inflation, those are probably $50 now. But yeah, so I mean,
please tell the owner of RCW that his awards are cheap. I'm sure that'll
no.
be good for your Rumble chances.
Great, man. You're trying to misuse my words. This is exactly what you guys do. You're trying to attack me. You try to make me look like a bad guy. That's not okay. Okay, that's terrible. Okay. I'm not a bad guy. I'm pretty badass. Get it right.
Okay.
I hate this show so much.
I do want to ask you, recently WWE had Saturday Night Main Event in town, and Hybrid School of Wrestling posted a picture of yourself and some of the other students that were a part backstage, and I might have seen somebody look very similar to you on camera.
I've heard.
Yeah. How was that?
Wasn't quite as pretty as you, but
no, but
of course not. Yeah, no.
How was that experience for you, being part of that?
It was a great experience. I mean, of course, WWE's been. I mean, anyone that's grown up watching wrestling, wanting to be in wrestling, the end goal is WWE. And that for me is the first taste of it. It's going to be something it's my future. I'm speaking it into existence. It's not if it happens, it's when it happens. I'm going to be in the main event of WrestleMania one day. Everyone's going to see it. Just like I'm going to be in the main event of RCW Mania, I'm going to take it even further. It's just a matter of time. And you guys saw that. Everyone saw that. That's why I was there. Simple.
Did they have to warn you ahead of time? Please don't take out our stars. Like we need them for next week.
Yeah, they told me that I couldn't get aggressive. I couldn't be pretty badass. I was all right. You know,
And I think Jacob Fatu is thankful you didn't. So
no, absolutely, yeah. No,
Right.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
You know, I gotta say, you've got all the confidence in the world. As much as we may try to make fun of you, it doesn't phase you.
It's not gonna stop me.
No, but nothing does, Tommy.
Nobody ever stops trying. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It's okay, because look, Tommy, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody has one, but yours just happens to stink.
Sometimes too.
Okay.
See, and so here's the thing. My name's Armani Sage. I'm here to cleanse professional wrestling of the opinions like yours that stink. And as much as I'd love to sit here and terrorize Tommy and just hear him, because I know he loves to hate me, I've got better things to do. I've got matches to prepare for. So while you guys sit there on your ass while I got work to do, well,
I don't know if you
weekend.
Yeah, before you go, I don't know where she went, but one of your other haters was in here. Angel, one of your biggest fans.
Of course, of course, my biggest fan. I know my biggest fan.
Yeah. She was actually scared that you were coming on the show. That might be why she left.
Yeah.
I'm not
Just
sure.
got a little shy, I guess. So I don't know.
I mean, of course. I mean, everyone's afraid. You know, I'm a pretty intimidating person. Tommy's afraid of me. I know that much. So I mean, I'm sure everyone else is too. It's okay. JC, I see the way you look at me too, but you're looking at me in a more lustful way. So that's a little different.
It's the shirt. Just cover the shirt.
I know.
Oh my
I'll
God.
take it off if you want, but you know what? That's not. Saturday, Sunday, RCW, hybrid. Tune in, see Pretty Badass in person. That's all I got to say. DJ, come get rid of this clown.
Thank you.
All right, time to get out of here, guys. Okay. Hold on, what'd you do with the camera? Oh,
sideways.
Oh, can y'all see me fine?
Yes, we can see you. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I was listening. You know, I was listening into that, and yeah, I will agree with him. Tommy back then is the same as Tommy now, plus 85 pounds. But now,
I mean, he's not wrong, but damn.
It's just Tommy. Just stop, brother. Introducing now the woman that deserves no introduction and the woman that I'm going to put hands on and beat down this Saturday as part of our 6-person tag match.
Wow.
Ridley Thorne.
He just.
Oh, shit.
Wow. That was.
Give me this phone. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Oh,
that was the most aggressive.
Well, I was going to say this: the parking lot of hybrid is becoming almost as dangerous as the NXT parking lot at this point. So you know,
there's bums running around out here. It's ridiculous.
But also, if you need a slapped on one, we're behind you 100%. So whatever you need.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad to hear it.
Why does everyone keep saying I'm over 60? I am 36.
You're literally the youngest one between us, but I don't know. So. Well, Ridley, this Saturday, you've got a 6-person tag.
I do.
As the new enforcer of the Texas Kingdom. That's right. You, King Rob Love, and Stash will be taking on the Treats.
Mm-hmm.
And not a treat, Celine Hysteria. We talked to her a little bit earlier. We weren't sure about that.
Yeah, I don't think she's a treat. I don't really think she belongs anywhere, honestly. Like, she obviously has these weird kind of commitment issues. I mean, she couldn't stick with me. She's kind of iffy with Callie right now. And I feel like the Treats just kind of like feel bad for her because she doesn't have anyone. So they're just kind of like maybe might be taking her under their wing, like as like a kind of pity thing. But I'm not sure. That's neither here nor there. The point is that, you know, I'm the newest enforcer of the Texas Kingdom, and this upcoming 6-person tag is going to be amazing because, again, I'm going to dominate. Because let's be real, as far as me and Celine go, I'm on a winning streak with her. So
it is true.
Don Juan, Chris Marvel, Celine Hysteria.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you really want to get your hands on and beat up first?
Oh my gosh, Celine, of course, because the history. I'd say Don Juan's probably second. I mean, he did just give me a freaking RKO not even like 2 months ago. You all saw it. That was ridiculous and uncalled for, if I might add. I'd say the person that I'm most conflicted with is Chris Marvel. I mean, he is my coach, and I thought of him as a mentor, but, you know, when life backs you into a corner, you got to fight your way out, you know? So that's the order of that.
And he will not hesitate to hit you, so you got to do what you got to do.
He won't. And you know what? I'm not scared of anyone at the end of the day, so they can all bring it on.
The other thing is he's also a jackass. But anyway, that's the
Speaking of not scared of anyone, Sunday you are a part of the Women's Rumble at RCW, which, by the way, Andrew's jumped in here and is already calling his shot, thinking you're going to be the winner of the Women's
there you
Rumble
go, Andrew.
Royale.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and predict that one as well. I'm here to dominate. There's gonna be 19 other women in that ring with me, but it's not gonna be an easy battle. But I've got a point to make. I've got things to prove, and I need that next title shot. I need it, and I think y'all know who I'll be coming for if I get it. When I get it.
For sure.
Yeah. In this Rumble, you yourself, an Enforcer, a Powerhouse, but there's a few others in there. Morgan Mercy, Nova Phoenix, Denise Day, London Dior, all big, strong in their own right. How you looking forward to going up against some of them and showing them who you are?
Mike, I love you so much, but like I said, I am not scared of anyone, and size doesn't matter in a fight. It's the size of the fight that's inside of us. So I'll never back down. I never have. I never will. And, those girls may have some height on me, but they don't got the heart. I'll tell you that much.
Not gonna lie, those names Mike mentioned, that would be a hell of a fatal five-way if we put all the rings together.
I was thinking, dude,
yeah.
you took the words right out of my mouth. The second he said that, I was like, holy shit, that is just a fight, and I want to see it.
I'm always up for a challenge.
So,
yeah.
There you go.
Well, this year's getting started for you. Ultimately, what are your goals this year?
Honestly, I feel like 2024 just kind of set the bar in places that I never thought it could be put that high, just in my first year of wrestling. Not even this Heartbreakers 3 is actually my wrestling anniversary, so
wow.
I'm still like a little bit short of a year in, but I feel like I've already just been granted so many opportunities as it stands. But I think 2025, of course, I have goals for certain promotions I'd like to break into, but I want to leave 2025 with some gold.
Yeah,
I mean, a good chance. Let's be honest. You win this Rumble, and I be honest with you, I know you want to get your hands on Calientita as well.
Oh, you have no idea.
I mean, you have to reach down. You have to reach down.
Could we just say like there's
a
a double gold in your future? Is that
I really hope so. I really hope so.
Nice.
Two belts for
Yeah. Also, I'd just like to point out that the wind is moving your hair and making you look like a more badass action hero. So it's just a really good look there.
I feel like I have to go back and run this in slow-mo and just see it kind of like, flowing. Yeah, just
right there.
Oh,
that's actually a really cool
wow. You're gonna go back and screen grab this and make this like your story. I'm pretty sure on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Let me do the whole thing right here.
Also, I've got to say, you're so impressive. Even a Celine stan is saying nice things about you.
Celine fan, which one?
Wow.
You guys fan?
Talk it. Noff. I assume Noff. Ridley wins the belt before the year is over. It's a fact.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we said no simping for Celine. What is this?
Well, no, he in that case, I think he might be something for you. So hey.
No, don't tell Celine, but he may be having other thoughts. And look, even James, who's a big Treats fan, is on your side. James, you're really like flip flopping there, buddy. Just saying.
Well, in their defense, it is Ridley. That's who you flip flop for.
Yeah, I do tend to put people on the fence, But I get it.
But that's because you're strong and you just pick them up and literally.
I was gonna admit, damn it! I was gonna say that same joke. You and JC beat me to the joke.
Gotta be quick, Tommy. Gotta be quick. Just we're Central Catholic guys. It just quick.
That's fair.
So you said Heartbreakers your anniversary. Is it 2 years now?
Yeah. 1 year. 1 year.
1 year. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Done so much. It feels like it's been 2 years.
Well, I think the other year she was just the intimidating body.
Yeah, just a chola.
Which worked, by the way.
Good. I'm glad everyone got the point across.
My favorite photo is still the picture I took when we were still chola.
When we were just like,
same building we're gonna be on Sunday, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Same building. Yes. That look. Look, I tell people a lot of things are going to be in my obituary. That's going in, and I don't care who doesn't know why that's there. It's going in. I was like,
speaking of the cholas, was that just like what should we do as a team? Like, did y'all have that as like a Halloween costume? Y'all just reuse,
Oh my god!
You see that? I mean, My
First
wife's
of
a
all,
high school teacher. She sees
they're
girls dressed
from
as
San
clothes.
Antonio, so
I
Yeah.
know. So I'm just wondering. That's
We're, 3 Hispanic women from San Antonio, and a lot of us kind of had siblings and relatives that had, that lifestyle. And
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like it's not faking it, it's just kind of amplifying where you come from,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But no, like
Yep, I knew chicks all like that. All of them turned me down.
High school is tough for a lot of us, Tommy.
Yeah, it is.
High school, middle school, early years of college, whatever.
Still to this day, oh wait, no, you're married. Oh wait,
Yeah. Wait, have you seen her? Because some people don't believe him.
I
You met her,
I
right?
have seen her, and
Okay.
I didn't believe it, but now I do. It's fine. Tommy and I are friends now.
That was Chola
Whole
Ridley.
wedding. There's video. She said
Tommy,
I do.
that was Chola Ridley.
I was there. I'm a witness.
Yeah.
Crystal Savage.
Yeah.
She supports you.
Exactly. No, Chola Ridley was like, "How much did you pay this woman to sit next to you?" But Savage Ridley is like, "Man, congratulations. She's beautiful. She's a good woman."
But in your defense, the number of people who said that I made that up was really starting to bug me, because at first when it was like 2 or 3 people, it was funny. When the number reached double digits, I said, "Hold the hell on. This stop being funny around number 8." So
You're just
Yeah,
getting redundant now.
our friend
You're
Tez,
so
rest in peace. I don't even think he believed it till we actually went to the wedding. But
and rest in peace to Tez, but that jerk right there, I was about sick of. So let me tell you right now.
Ridley, thank you very much for your time. I definitely would love to have you on at some point this year.
Definitely.
Maybe when you are 2 belts, Ridley. For a full
it's
interview
great.
for sure. So wishing you the best of luck this weekend. Go kill it.
Yes, thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
We'll be
much,
cheering for
guys.
you.
Right.
The sign will be back.
Ride with Ridley. Can I actually make a request for it in red, since it's like Valentine's month, and it's
I've got a couple days. So we get a new sign started. We can see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the other one is just we need some room.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Best
go
of luck
find
to you.
Don
Thank
Juan, I
you.
guess, then.
Yeah. Go beat him up before he grabs the
Just
camera
walk
back.
away with the wind in your hair like in slow mo. And just kind of beat him. There you go. Okay.
I mean, it's she's kind of working it now. So
all right.
Here we go.
Oh,
speaking of belts.
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know where Don Juan is, but I got a few minutes. Right?
Thank God.
Yeah.
He's probably in there.
No, we want to
He's
talk
probably
to you.
in there crying about who he has
Hopefully
to wrestle.
Ridley's beating him up.
I don't.
Yeah, I will.
I can't see my face. I don't know if y'all can see me good.
No, we can
We can
see.
see you. Yeah.
Well,
I see
You
you only
might
have
need
one
to
of your
tilt
4 belts.
the phone up just a little bit. Just tilt it back. There. That'll work. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That's
well,
fine.
I can see myself. I don't know if y'all can see me. Am I upside
Yeah,
down?
I'm gonna adjust this
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here
we
so we
can
can
see
see you better.
There we
So,
go.
All right.
Yeah, my suitcase broke after GCWA on Friday, so it's kind of hard carrying 4 championships. So since I'm at the hybrid school wrestling, I only brought the hybrid title today.
Just go to Play It Again Sports and get you like a softball or baseball bag with wheels, because that's
honestly,
I'm telling you, as a coach at U Sports, there's so much equipment they have carry around. Those things just go a long way.
It's gonna come in handy because I'm not finished. I got a lot more that I'm trying to rack up.
Yeah,
there you go.
I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised, because you won belt number 4. I was like, what is he doing? Like what is he actually doing? Like,
I mean, at this point, Tommy, I don't think it should be a surprise to anybody. Like,
no,
yeah,
it wasn't.
We're going for the ultimate dragon picture, so
there's a Chris Marvel photo. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but he has like 6 titles, 7 titles, and he's just like, that's the one I
tag
want
team
to.
championships that they had at one point. Yeah,
it's kind of like
the
Ren Sinclair one, aka Maddie Rinkowski, when she's like, that's what I'm trying to recreate. But while I'm here and I have a few minutes, I don't know if you guys heard the news about tomorrow morning on SA Live.
We sure did.
Yes, and thank God I'm working from home, so I get to watch it. But you're gonna have a busy weekend. Obviously, Saturday you are defending your hybrid championship against Estrella. On Sunday, your Future Legends Championship goes up against K-Jax. But now they just added, you defended that Future Legends Championship a little bit early too, tomorrow morning on live television.
Yeah, being a champion now, sometimes you just got to be ready for anything. And I was taking a nap before
training, and I woke up and it was like Brandon Oliver tagged you in a post, and I said, "What? Nobody told me I was wrestling tomorrow morning." But hey, you know, it's an honor for them to choose me to represent RCW in the first live match on TV in almost a decade.
Yeah. For
I'm
RCW.
excited to defend the Future Legends Championship.
So is the match at Hybrid? Is it at RCW already set up? Where's the actual match taking place?
Or at the SA Live studio.
Or at the studio?
I am pending information, so once I get that, I will post
He's gonna
it.
get the car in the morning and
It's
just
like
start
step
driving.
up to the streets. Like you get the text message, you just show up. That's basically.
Brandon's gonna be like, "Here's my location. Come find me."
Yeah.
Like, who knows? It can be at the Von Erich Ranch. It could be at the Grand Event Center. Who knows?
There you go. So I guess for us, it's just on KSAT Live tomorrow.
Yeah,
SA Live.
KSAT SA Live at 10 a.m. It's it's exciting times. Wrestling. It's one of its biggest boom points that it's been in such a long time, and
For sure.
Texas wrestling is huge, and there's opportunities everywhere. And I'm excited to represent RCW, Hybrid, and San Antonio itself. 2025 is going to be a bigger year for me than the year I had in 2024. I'm excited to see who comes out of this Rumble on Sunday. Like they can pick anybody they want, but if I was the winner, I would not want to pick Casey Black Rose because, my record at RCW has been pretty good since I became a singles wrestler.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any nerves about this? Because obviously you wrestled on Title Match Network through Mission Pro and RCW, but now this is live terrestrial television.
Man, I got my head clipped off by Jacob Fatu on TV.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask about that. So yeah.
Honestly, a little part of me always has those nerves as you're walking through any match and being on live TV. You got to step up your game just a little bit more. But I'm excited. You never know. You always got to expect the unexpected. And I'm going into that this weekend when I wrestle Australia for the Hybrid Championship. I've seen him wrestle before, and man, he is crazy. Some of the stuff that he can do, a human being should not be able to do. So I'm hoping I get to slow him down a little bit, break his back here and there. And then Sunday at RCW, I'm excited to step into the ring with the giant of a man, Ajax. It's not going to be no easy task. I know I'm going to be bruised up and battered by the end of it, but, I plan on walking out still the RCW Future Legends Champion, still the Hybrid School of Wrestling Champion, and, just going from there.
There you go. And can I ask this a little aside from the wrestling part, but how come this year you picked two bangers as your songs coming out? When you were flocking brawlers toward the end, y'all were coming out to separate ways. Amazing song. Now you got Break, and that thing just plays in my head now every now and then.
I think it fits with the way I wrestle. It goes hand in hand. I like to break people's back inside the ring, and the song's pretty much telling me to do it. So it goes hand in hand. It's the perfect song I need to motivate me before a match. Sometimes I even listen to it before I step out there. But honestly, I think that song really made me come into my own, and it really helped me. It kind of just helped me move along as I've been doing the singles run because, you need a good song.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who have great songs, even though I don't like the guy, but come on, Glitter. Come on, it makes makes you want to tap your foot. But I think even with Separate Ways with Journey, I grew up big Journey fan because my mom and Brandon Weiss, he's kind of close to the age as my mom. I mean, don't tell him I said that. But I think it's a perfect song for the Flocking Brawlers and what we represented, and I plan on sticking with Break for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Is the emo thing a phase, by the way? Speaking of Brandon Weiss, is that a phase or is it?
I hope it's a phase. I don't know. I talked to my brother. My brother is a little bit older than me, and he thought it was dead too. I mean, as long as Brandon's happy, he's out there doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Right.
And speaking of which, on Saturday he's in a fatal 5-way to determine the number one contender for your belt.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I've wrestled pretty much everybody in that match except for Brandon.
Yeah.
So if he happens to win that match, I think it'd be a good full circle moment because the day I joined Hybrid in 2019, Vice is the person who trained me. So for us, never wrestling, and it's like a cool teacher versus student moment. And who knows, if he wins, he might have to book a chiropractor appointment when I'm, after our match.
Black
But
Rose Chiropractic.
Brand is my best friend. He's my brother. So regardless, I know no matter what happens, we're still gonna have each other's back.
Very nice.
But
Nice.
I see people leaving around me, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll try to find where Don Juan is. But
You don't
thank
have
you guys
to.
for
You
having
can
me.
just- No, thank you, Casey. And like we've been
Appreciate you,
telling all of
Casey.
them, I know we had you on last year, but you're such a different person from even then. So we definitely want to get you back on with all your belts if they can fit in the shot. So
If I have to stand this far away,
there you go.
we'll make it work.
You might have to get one of the clip mics that we have and just let you have this so you can
JC,
put
for
all the belts
once,
in front
please
of
show
you.
up
I
during my match, please. That's
I
all
am
I'm
going to
asking.
try. My daughter's a tournament in Pleasanton on Saturday, but I'm gonna make
Of
every effort
course.
I can to be there. Yeah. Look,
Thank you, guys.
you know all about Championship Gold. This team that I am coaching, their goal is to get to the World Series in Louisiana this summer. So they are putting in the work. I would say almost as hard as you guys do at Hybrid. So
Are they Lady
got-
Sharks?
Yes, they are the Lady Sharks. So
Enough about the Lady Sharks. We don't want to sponsor the Lady Sharks. They made it to Louisiana. Thank you, Casey. Oh, just so y'all know, Casey's been ducking me since 2022, but he doesn't know that hybrid belt is mine. He's just holding it for now. But now y'all got me working overtime. Are we done with this?
He hasn't had that belt since 2022.
He's been ducking me since 2019.
If it's your belt, why does he have
I'm letting him hold it. I don't want to,
Diego said the same thing about Alex Arsenal, but I don't know.
I'm already in the twilight of my career when it comes to the activity part of it.
You're in the twilight zone.
What?
And also, it's probably past your bedtime, so we probably should.
Yeah, you got me working overtime. I got to go get my keto meal in. I got to go kiss my beautiful wife, and I got to get home and listen to Glitter. What else you got?
That's all we got. Thank you for.
just to say thank you for helping us set this up.
I do have to say, this is probably the best episode y'all have ever had.
Probably.
It's up there.
Because hybrid's the best.
Yeah.
That part's true. That we will agree with.
That's
The
actually
Sharks can go
accurate.
away.
I agree with that.
I don't talk smack. I just tell the truth.
No, you don't. You lie 50% of the
Okay,
time.
here's a lie. Tommy, you're attractive.
See, that's a lie.
And look, here's my daughter, the
I
myth,
know I'm ugly.
the greatest Texas street fan alive.
She has a
And she
shirt.
don't like Lady Sharks either. She says she hopes the Lady Sharks lose.
Doesn't she have a shirt that says "I boo my dad" or something?
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. But time to go. Don't forget to look at SA Live tomorrow. Casey Blackrose defending his RCW Future Legends
That's
title
right. There you go.
live on TV.
Thank you, Don
If you're
Juan.
watching, appreciate it, Don Juan.
I know. I'm just so fantastic. I don't know why other companies haven't picked me up, but hey, we'll see. There's always still a future. But
There you
thank you
go.
very much. Thank you for giving us the time. And this podcast is pretty good. But, I'm sorry y'all didn't get the exclusive of all the treats on at once.
Yeah, well, we'll live with that.
No. No.
We'll
we
work
don't
on that.
want that.
So,
He's
No, we
gone.
won't.
oh,
Thank God.
well,
That was the worst show of my
that was
life.
pretty awesome.
No, there were some good parts in there.
There was some
There
good
was
parts. but
Animal.
overall,
There was
the worst show of my life.
Ridley.
Yeah. So
But
There
then
was
we had to go to
Sheriff.
Armani and
I know
Celine.
if you're watching, there's a lot. So let's just real quickly run down the list of matches happening.
There you go.
Hybrid Experience, Heartbreakers 3, obviously. Fatal 5-Way. Let me just put this caption up here so we can get that information out there. For the number one contender for the Rising Star Championship, Animo, Armani Sage, Rilo King, Jesse Funaki, and Danny Vintage. You got Jay Young versus B-Boy. You got Diego Rene versus Calabas. Mike, the Hybrid Women's Championship is finally getting defended.
Yeah, I know. I only had to make a missing sign for them to go like, "Oh, hey, maybe she should actually defend it."
Lisa versus Key Vibes.
Key Vibes, who, by the way, United 210 Women's Champion, so she has gold of her own, and she's looking to. There we go. Let's go.
Sorry.
So, 6-person intergender tag match, Texas Kingdom, which includes Ridley Thorne for this one, versus the Texas Treats. and Celine Hysteria, who is stepping in for Calentito on this one. Then
they've had to step in for her a few times because she never shows up to hybrid shows. Just saying.
All right. Fatal 5-way for the number one contention for the hybrid championship: Eric Walker, David Teen, Aleister Crowley, Brandon Weiss, and Jesse James. And then, of course, the hybrid championship is Casey Blackrose versus La Estrella. So,
is it La Estrella? Estrella. It's not. Am I thinking of the wrong person? It's not like one of the Sin Caras or Mystico or something.
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'm misthinking something.
I don't know.
No, because he's been around the Texas scene before either of them got released. Well, no.
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. That's fine.
But basically,
yeah. Okay. Oh, Andrew. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hey,
stick around. We're gonna kind of talk.
Yeah, and by the way, I know a lot of our regulars have been in there, have been in the chat. And we appreciate you all, guys. I know we haven't gotten to all of y'all because of the
John
getting through everybody, but we always appreciate y'all.
Well, it was Armando Sage's fault. He ruins everything.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Well, no, I take it back. Diego Rene ruins everything.
I mean, it was an all right start.
No, he ruins everything.
Sunday, RCW's Rumble Royale.
James Pack.
Because we have the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble. Bo Beer defending RCW Heavyweight Championship against King Rob Love. Casey Blackrose, if he still has the Future Legends Championship, is defending against K-Jax. Yep.
Yeah, right.
And then the RCW International Championship, Alex Arsenal versus Hit, which, banger.
That's a tall order for Alex. I should have asked, did Rilo win a Rumble at training? Was there a fatal 5-way at hybrid?
There was a tournament in Rio.
Oh, okay, the Rio tournament.
The Rio
Rio's famous for their tournaments.
Oh well.
Was it Puerto Rico? Oh, my bad. I thought I heard Rio.
Sure.
Okay, Puerto Rico. My bad. Yeah, I can't remember which one. I'll have to look it up and see where officially it's listed.
Maybe it was on the Jericho Cruise for all we know. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah. So
actually, you know what? That actually could be true.
a lot of crap went down the Jericho Cruise.
Yeah, no kidding.
One day, All right. So locally, for those wondering, Hybrid Experience Heartbreakers 3, Saturday, February 15th, 7 p.m. Central Time. Doors opening at 6 from the Hybrid School of Wrestling in San Antonio, Texas. Sunday is RCW's Rumble Royale, February 15th, 5 p.m. Central Time. Doors opening at 4 at the Grand Event Center. If you're not able to make it in person, you can also watch it on Title Match Network.
Title Match.
And after a little over an hour, that's only what's going on locally. I don't think we're going to go through the full-on match predictions on this, but AEW, this is kind of a back and forth. Is it a pay-per-view? Is it a TV? It's pay-per-view. So AEW Grand Slam Australia, it's not a pay-per-view, everybody. I can clear that up for you guys right now because there's been a little bit of back and forth. This is going to be filmed and aired in the U.S. on tape delay, just so everybody knows. So after NBA's All-Star Saturday, which is, the three-point contest, the dunk contest, when that finishes airing on Saturday, they're going to broadcast Grand Slam Australia on TNT and Max. Although, to be honest with you, when you look at this, it's a pretty decent lineup that could very well be a pay-per-view show.
And real quick, I did remember reading a article or something where Tony Khan cleared up it was always meant to be a TV special. Yeah. Like he always wanted it to be. It wasn't going to be a pay-per-view.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, but the issue is that there's such a big time difference with Australia, the US, because they're filming it when it's like 12:30 in the morning our time. So by the time we wake up that day, we can pretty much know what exactly is going to happen that night because the spoilers are all going to be out there, I'm pretty sure.
So in other words, 1997 is alive again.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, but it is a pretty stacked lineup of matches. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega against the Don Callis family. And a Brisbane Brawl, Jay White and Cope. So I still have to say it. Versus the Death Riders. TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Harley Cameron.
She's been killing it. By
Give
the
her
way,
the belt.
Seriously.
Give her the belt.
Yeah.
Give her the belt. I don't care. Give her the belt.
She's been killing it in character and everything.
She has. Give her the belt. I don't care.
Continental Championship, Okada defends against Buddy Matthews.
See you later, James.
I'm so
Give him the belt. That's what I want to see.
Later,
yeah, and then finally the women's
I'm
world
saying you're in Australia, so
yeah, women's world championship, Mariah May versus Toni Storm. Is there a good chance we see 3 title changes at Grand Slam?
I mean, potentially this the story they did with this, and it kind of sucks that AEW right now is kind of in a weird place. It's not getting the big reaction and kind of viewing that it had, but it's expanding. But like the stuff Tony Storm did with this little run of going back to OG Tony Storm and then coming back has been amazing. And then I don't know if you saw last week, I forget which show it was, where she came out as Mariah May.
Yes,
that was last week, and it was and honestly, when I saw it, I didn't read who it was, and I just thought that was Mariah May.
Okay, who did it better? Tony Storm as Mariah May or Roxanne Perez as Hugger Bailey?
I'm gonna go with Tony Storm just because it kind of lasted longer. Plus, I think that's the storyline to get Izzy in there. Like, whoa. If anybody's going to be doing Hugger Bailey.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go Tony Storm as
interesting.
well.
I need to go back and watch that then.
Oh yeah, so they've been in like Houston and Austin or Dallas.
Yeah, they're
so a whole bunch of Texas people were on there.
And Jason, for the record, I don't have a friend named Hit. I have an adversary named Hit. But,
you've been hit a few times by Hit.
Yeah, adversary. That's what I said.
So we'll see. I have a good feeling that at the very least, Buddy Matthews and Tony Storm will be walking away with gold after Grand Slam.
I hope so.
With the TBS Championship, every time I think Monet is going to lose it, she wins it. She retains it. So it's very win, right? So I can't. I'm just so back and forth on that one, just on top of my head. So, but Grand Slam Australia, like I mentioned, it officially starts Saturday, February 15th. At 12:30 in the morning, our time is when it's actually going to start the filming it. The event takes place. It's going to air on TNT and Max after NBA's All-Star Saturday, and it's taking place at the Brisbane Entertainment Center in Brisbane.
So after you see Stefan Castle win the dunk contest,
yes,
go and check out AEW Grand Slam Saturday night. Oh, sorry, Grand Slam Saturday night is the All-Star stuff.
It's kind of funny because there's actually a very good chance you might be able to watch Vengeance Day and Grand Slam and not miss a thing, depending how late the All-Star thing runs, So, because Vengeance Day is also taking place on Saturday. Obviously, this one's a live NXT event. First off, Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. There's a strap match. Eddie Thorpe versus Trick Williams. Are they going to do the lights in the corner thing like CM Punk?
I hope not. That's dumb.
I wouldn't doubt it if they pull that off.
I wouldn't either.
Women's North American Championship, Fallon Henley defending against Stephanie Vaquer. Tag team champions, Frazier and Axiom versus Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. The women's championship is now a fatal four-way, as just announced on yesterday. Julia defending against Bailey, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade.
Whoa! Why did
I don't know if you've watched the last 2 weeks,
yes.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
But the Cora Jade Roxanne friendship did not last very long.
Oh no! I'm shocked.
Right.
My God, Roxanne losing a friend already. Who the fuck?
Roxanne came out as Hugger Bailey, distracted Bailey during her match with Cora Jade, and Cora Jade got a pin on Bailey.
Yeah.
And so they added her to the match.
And the week before, Julia, Bailey, and Roxanne were in the ring. Cora came out and attacked Bailey and Julia with like a pipe or something. And then Roxanne was like, well, we're friends. And she took a swing at her. And Roxanne ducked, but pretty much like, yeah, no, I'm going after the gold.
Yeah.
No matter what. So it should be pretty interesting there.
Okay.
And then, of course, the NXT Championship.
Angel, what happened? Like, we were waiting for Armani to come in, and you fell asleep.
Well, she said it. She said it.
I know.
Down the chat that she said she fell asleep. But yeah,
that was one of the whole points.
Yeah. NXT Championship, Oba Femi defending against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Okay, I've heard this conversation. I kind of have to agree.
What's that?
NXT, amazing women's division, no men's main event scene. With all due respect to Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, having to come down to be a part of the championship match, like you had, we joked about Ethan Page in there. They tried to make what's his name, who they broke up Chase U for, and that was the dumb thing. The dude who injured Big E.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I forgot his name.
he was supposed to be in there. Tony D'Angelo seems like he could be legitimate, but they still have him around the North American title. NXT doesn't have a set name. Rich Holland. There you go.
It's obviously
not a great one.
They're still trying to build people up with this. I guess that's part of the developmental style of it, right? You got to find that talent
But it's
to
just
build up.
well, it's weird you do one so well, and
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, JC, like I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's this hard for them to build someone else up right now. Like you said, Tony D'Angelo is who I would have in there right now.
The funny thing is him and Oba did feud for that North American title.
Yeah.
That's how we won the North American title.
Right.
And Oba Femi moved on, so yeah, but then it would be like you're revisiting a feud.
But and this is why, and this is you know what I was gonna say. I'll save it for my 1 minute warning. Never mind. So I'll save that.
Well, with the debut of Ricky Starks, who knows?
That's what I was about to. That's what I'm going to allude to. That has a lot to do with my 1 minute warning.
For the record, because this show we've had so much going on this, so we're not making predictions. But Tina asked her who she thought was going to win the women's championship, and she thinks it's going to finally be Cora Jade. And she thinks Cora Jade is actually going to pin Roxanne Perez. But because there's been so much tension between Bayley and Roxanne and Cora Jade, I think that infighting is going to just allow Julia to sneak in and get a pin. So who she pins, I have no clue. But I think Julia
interesting. It is interesting because I like Tina's idea because it took Cora a long time to come back from that injury. We all kind of feel like Roxanne's moving on to main roster stuff.
Right.
And obviously Bayley's not staying down there. You brought in Julia for the big thing, but, Cora's kind of an NXT product. Like, I know she was on the indies before, but, she's really kind of come up several years with them. So I feel like it probably is too early, like you're thinking, for Julia to lose it, but it's not a bad idea either.
It's not.
It's not. I just don't think they'll have Julia lose.
I think Julia's going to win. I think Julia's going to pin Bayley. It's not going to really hurt Bayley in the long run.
No.
She's already in the Elimination Chamber, obviously. And it's going to allow, maybe if it's an issue where Cora hits her finisher on Bayley and Julia throws her out or something like that, some sort of thing like that. And Cora still has a chance like, hey, I still want that. I still have a shot at that. You didn't beat me for it. And it's going to build up something that it's a great way to get both of them over. This audience, obviously, is Cora and Julia. So, but yeah.
And Jason, he's facing Javon Evans in the opening match from we'll assume is the opening match. Don't worry, that's going in the 1 minute warning too.
So, Vengeance Day,
I have a lot
Saturday,
to say.
February 15th, 5 p.m. Central Time, taking place at the Care First Arena in Washington D.C. and will be available on Peacock. So, between Vengeance Day, between Hybrid, between AEW on Saturday, it's pretty stacked, and then we still have RCW on Sunday. It is a busy weekend in wrestling.
So this is a good thing for single wrestling fans, but for those of us who are trying to figure out maybe having a date night this weekend, Pro Wrestling just said, nah, fam.
What's more romantic than a rumble? 2 rumbles.
I agree.
Men and women.
I mean,
a little,
sir, you're
a
not
little something
wrong.
for the ladies,
You're
a little
not
something
wrong,
for the guys. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I had the life hack. I married a wrestling fan. That's the life hack. So
there you go.
Yeah. So.
Well, I had to make her a wrestling fan for us later. So.
Well, with that, let's get into our 1 minute warning segment here. Mike, do you have something this week?
I do.
All right, give it a second. This thing's gonna play, and I gotta pause it and do all this. Okay. Whenever you're ready, sir, go for it.
So I have, especially this past year, talked so much about how much it's meant to me to get back into this wrestling scene and be a part of this community. Be friends with some of these people we talk to and more. But there is I don't know if you want to call it a dark side, but there is some negatives that come out of this. And some of that's going to show this weekend. As we've talked about with many of the people we interviewed, there can only be one person to win these rumbles. And when you're friends / supporters of multiple people in these rumbles, it's kind of hard to choose a winner. Now, I'm kind of glad we didn't talk about what our Final Fours and winners of these Rumbles are going to be.
Thank God.
Because I would have had to, disappoint some people because obviously we can only choose one. Like for instance, in the women's, the Fatal 5-Way we mentioned is good, but like there's Ridley, there's Denise, there's Alejandra, there's a few others in there that have to choose. In the men's, I'm not choosing Armani, so I mean that's one choice way off. We can just cross off, but Animo's in there, Jesse James in there, several of the other guys that we're cool with. So when you have to choose multi-people things and you're friends with multiple people, not cool. So luckily we didn't do that, and I'm not gonna share my choices. But I do have people I want to win and people I expect to win. So there you go.
All right, Tommy, you ready? Go for it.
Yep. Okay. I know we're all excited about Ricky Stark showing up at NXT. He's finally free of the big bad Tony Khan. Yeah, they brought in Ricky Starks after they fired like 8 people for no good reason. And yeah, for all those people saying, "Oh, this is gonna be so great, he's gonna do so awesome." Yeah, what's Ethan Page doing now? He had that real bright shine on him for a while, and then he's literally the same spot he was in AEW. My point is, this is what happens in wrestling. My point is, yes, I'm excited he's there. Yes, I'm happy for him, but I am not, and I repeat, not getting my hopes up. I've seen this before. We'll see it again, because this is what happens in wrestling. And I refuse to believe just because he's in WWE now that it'll all magically work out for him. Can it work out? 100% it could. And should it work out? Yes, because Ricky deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. He's earned it. But that doesn't mean that it's an automatic guarantee. So, yes, be excited. Yes, be happy. But also remember, this same company, not 72 hours before he showed up, released 8 people. And with the rumor having it that they're not done yet. So let's be excited, but careful.
That is the business side of it. It's as tough as it is for sure.
Yeah.
But the interesting part is we don't even know if he's going to be called Ricky Starks. Because
that too.
Yeah, I feel like, you know what? I'm going to throw my women to work here real quick. Actually, that's just part of what I want to talk about. If they don't call him Ricky Starks, I blame every single one of those fans at NXT this past Tuesday as to why. Because he came out and says, "You obviously know who I am." Not a single one of them chanted Ricky Starks. You gave WWE the open door to change his name. That's basically what it is. Whether it's going to be Ricky Steele or whatever names they copyright, I have no idea. Yeah.
Parks.
If they don't call him Ricky Starks, every single one of you fans that was in attendance on Tuesday, you're to blame for this. It's your fault. You should have been chanting his name. Second, I just want to keep my hashtag going. Hashtag Hendry versus Cena WrestleMania. I'm keeping that going. Make it happen. If you know what I'm talking about, we posted a video of my take last time. It's on my TikTok. Getting some
What's
views.
that, Mark? I mean, JC.
Yeah.
I saw the comment. I'm
I
sorry.
look like a Mark? Stupid ass. Anyway. Finally, I want to say this. Tomorrow is the 7-year anniversary from the day that I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I wanted to let you know that the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has announced the annual Take Steps Walk in San Antonio is Saturday, April 12th at Eisenhower Park. If you look up Take Steps San Antonio 2025, you'll find the website on the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. It's free to sign up, and would love if you want to sign up, join us out there. Like I said, it's free. Come on out, support patients and caregivers, anyone else that is dealing with Crohn's and colitis. It's a fun annual walk, and I'll be out there, obviously. I'm looking forward to see if you guys can make it as well. So, appreciate you. Thank you.
A couple things on the stuff y'all were talking about a minute ago, though. Obviously, it's a business side. And I'm trying to think, has WWE had this big of a release under the Triple H regime?
No, I think this is the first one.
I feel like one of the big ones. Like there's been a few, right?
I feel like they had a smaller one.
I feel like it's probably the biggest one. Obviously, the biggest one under Triple H, and one of the more bigger ones in recent memory ever since AEW became a thing because now there's competition, right? So now they're obviously they're a little more cool and calculated about where they're going with this. Obviously, people have tweeted that they didn't know they were getting released. We don't know if behind the scenes if some of these people might have asked for their release or what was going on with that. But yeah, there were some names that were let go. The authors are paid. Coming soon. The publishers are paid. We can very well see that somewhere. Down with POP.
Well,
But
I'm still mad about the whole.
yeah,
I'm
but
still
I
mad
also
about
just
the
wanted
Royale thing.
to point out on the flip side of that, because Tommy, I know you get upset when people online criticize AEW unnecessarily, but I think it's fair to criticize some of the stuff that's been going on with the contracts because of we criticize WWE for the same stuff of the extending with the medical leave, and I mean you have a right with the contract to do that stuff. What I've noticed, or at least from one side of the story, or from several people, it seems to be like they do this and they don't communicate with the wrestler, like with Penta's brother, who's still there now, Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah. He's been tweeting stuff, and it seems like they weren't communicating him. And we hated WWE for this, so I want to hold AEW to that same standard. Don't be petty.
Yeah.
Like, don't. I mean, they took all his stuff off of AEW shop. They're not using him, but they're keeping him under contract. That's petty stuff. And apparently, it was very similar with Starks, from what I understand, up until I think his ran out from
He's
stuff.
ran out like what, a week or two ago officially?
Yeah,
Is that what it was? Yeah, so
something like that.
Yeah.
So, we hated WWE for that kind of stuff. So it seems like it's happened a few times recently, like Miro, very similar stuff. So, for me on that side, I'm just like, if you can't work it out and you're not going to bring them in, don't be petty with them. Like, I know you're fearful because Penta just showed up and WWE's making a big deal, but also the business side, like you said, they can't, even WWE can't take everybody and make everybody a star,
Which is also why I'm scared they'll buy TNA.
Well, for all we
But
know,
even then-
some of these people could go to TNA and still end up being on WWE television with the whole talent share thing. So you never know. But
even then, like it can only get so big.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in the past, but
yeah. So well, thank you everybody for joining us. Once again, it is a stacked weekend of wrestling. Locally, there's the Hybrid Experience Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time, at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. Sunday, RCW's Rumble Royale is at 5 p.m. Central at the Grand Event Center, also on Title Match Network. And if I'm not mistaken, that might have sold out already, or at least they're going to have standing room only.
they're close, but
close?
check for tickets. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
All Saturday, also NXT Vengeance Day. Excuse me. 5 p.m. Central Time in DC, watching it on Peacock, local or here in the States. And then after All-Star Saturday, AEW Grand Slam Australia airing on TNT and Max for free if you have those channels. That is taking place on Saturday as well. No set time, just basically whenever they finish the All-Star festivities. Next week, as it says here on the caption, we're going to recap everything we talked about today. That's what it's going to be. I don't know if it'll go as long as this show did, but it's going to be pretty snap.
No, because Armani Sage won't be on it. Please God.
I will say this about him: he is confident and full of himself, but he believes it. So
yeah, so he does believe he's full of himself for sure. So yeah.
Oh dear God, Don Juan 2.0.
Did anybody else get jump scared every time he took the camera back? Like that was
every now and
only
then.
the first time.
So.
Only the first time, and then at that point, it was kind of like playing Bloodborne. Well, this is going to be scary.
Yeah, I felt like a little kid watching like scary movies. When I was like, oh, it's coming. Okay, all right. Whew.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this week's episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. A stacked one at that for sure. Appreciate.
Oh, and TWA, Andrew said at TWA they have a show on Friday
oh,
too.
Gosh, there's so much going on. Special thanks to let me see if I get all these names here correctly. Go in order here. Diego Rene, Selena Hysteria, Vance Jackson, Animo, Armani Sage, Ridley Thorne, and Casey Blackrose for coming on and being a part of the episode this week. Best of luck to you and guys and everybody else that is wrestling this weekend. There's a lot going on, but best of luck to all of you.
Good luck, and we'll see a lot of y'all.
Yeah. Over here we got Tommy. We got Mike.
Guys.
Nice guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC, as always.
Da, na, 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 na.